Hi, this is Rachel Wright here for Beard Bros Media and Verdant Strategies at MJBizzCon in Las Vegas. Feeling the energy, it's awesome energy out here. Today I'm here with Kimberly Sims, the amazing and wonderful Kimberly Sims of Kimberly Sims Law. I've worked with Kimberly for a number of years. She is so organized and bright and smart. I can't even say that enough. So I've been lucky to work with her. She keeps me in order and in line. Also in my own business life. Thank you very much.
My pleasure.
So she's also my attorney as well, so I'm semi-biased. But please just tell us how everything's going at MJBizCon.
Wow, it's crazy here. So I was trying to think how many times I've been to MJ Biz, and I think I lost count at like 6 or 7. So, I've been serving the industry since 2009. So I've been through a few things, but I was chatting with people the other day about how it used to be at the Rio. So it's really wild to see how the industry has grown and evolved as more states have come online. There's no way we would all fit at the Rio anymore.
Yeah.
It's magnificent, really.
It's massive, massive.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, I heard the layout is a little interesting. I've heard from a couple of people that have significant booth spaces here that the traffic isn't quite there, most likely because they're kind of separating everybody out. So I think that could go a little bit better. So I think the traffic flow is off.
I think for me as an attorney in the space, the expo is wonderful to see what's out there and see the innovation. And so from that respect, I love walking the expo floor, but I think it's all the events that surround MJ Biz that really make it so exciting and fun and fruitful. And there is never a deficit of places to go or things to do. And I've had a great time running into some attorney friends I haven't seen in years, some clients I haven't seen in years, and it's just really exciting to see what everyone's working on. I think that we are in a year of true growth and evolution. Doesn't always feel that way in California, which is where my practice is based, but I do think there are opportunities there, especially if you are an innovator, a creator, and if you have the hustle. I mean,
hustle.
The hustle and the heart those are the magic ingredients in cannabis.
Our top core value at our firm is hustle.
Hustle.
So everybody that works with us, everything. It's just all about number one, hustle with precision.
Yes,
with
precision.
So you can't throw out quality and precision out the window when you're hustling.
That's right.
You can do both.
That's true. I mean, I think we've spoken about that so much lately. How do we grow? How do we adapt? How do we evolve?
Right.
And I think as long, again, as you continue to focus, and you're right, work with that precision and make sure that, for me, making sure that my clients know that I am equally as invested in the outcome of their business as they are.
Yes.
Like, I see myself as a true partner for them, and hopefully a value add to what they're doing. That, again, if you keep focus and you keep at it, you will get somewhere. It does not always feel that way, but yes, you got to keep that laser focus for sure.
Yeah. So as I mentioned, Kimberly and I have worked together for a long time, and so what I've seen with you is that when you're working with clients, you are a huge value add, not just a little value add. You're actually, depending on what part of the life cycle that they're in, if they're in more of a triage situation and we've got to get them out of the emergency room.
Yep.
Let's talk about that first, actually.
Okay, yeah. I mean, in a dream world, our clients are in contact with us on a regular basis and we know what's going on, but that's not a reality, because if things are going well, which is what we want, then, we're not hearing from them, or we're only hearing from them when there's something new and exciting on the horizon. However, that can be a detriment because things can turn so fast in this industry. And again, in California, the Department of Cannabis Control is certainly ramping up their enforcement efforts. We've talked about it and seen CDTFA.
Yes.
They're not joking around anymore. They will revoke sellers permits. So when we are in that emergency mode, I try to figure out what are the smaller steps we can take that are manageable along the way to that long-term goal. And I think that for my clients, at least, and for me, just even in my personal life, when you can sort of parcel things out into steps, it feels more manageable. So that's what I always try to do. I say, okay, this is the problem, this is where we're going to get, but here are all the different steps we're going to take to get there. And I think for everyone that approach works, because it can be so overwhelming when you have someone threatening your business and your livelihood. You're going to be really reactive. But I would say, for the clients that do those quarterly check-ins with me, we don't end up there. But again, that's not possible for everyone. But yes, what is that? An ounce of, what is that saying?
I don't know.
Oh,
I'm bad at saying.
Me too. An ounce of, I don't know, we'll move on.
Medicine.
An ounce of prevention.
Sugar makes the medicine.
But an ounce of weed is also always really great and exciting. So
yeah.
That'll work too. But
well, one thing you touched on that I personally witnessed is your project management ability.
Thank you.
So when you and I had our weekly meetings regarding our clients that we share in common, you had your kind of checklist for them. And that's what helped me actually kind of relax, because normally I'm the checklist person.
Oh, I got you, girl.
Yeah,
I'll be your checklist
I know
person.
You got me.
I love a list.
So it's like, when I don't have to keep a list, and I've never run into an attorney that I worked with that has actually kept a list instead and stayed on top of it. I absolutely love that. So you want to speak about project management?
Yeah. I think, like the companies that we're working with, their job is to run their business, right? They don't have time to keep track of all of the little projects that are going on, and there are so many things that could be happening at any given moment. And so what I try and do is take that off their plate and say, I will check in with you on this in 3 weeks. And then I calendar it so that I can come back to them in 3 weeks. Hey, we still have that management services agreement that's outstanding. Where are we with that?
Right.
And I think by keeping, again, regular correspondence and then having really specific times and deliverables of when I'm going to touch base again, it takes that stress off my client. They're like, okay, I don't have to worry about it. She's got it.
They don't have to think about it.
She knows that we're working on this contract. She knows what my deadline is for closing. And so I can provide that for my clients. I can project manage, and if they have other attorneys on their team as well, I really serve as that general counsel, and that general counsel capacity, then I can liaise with the other team members, the other attorneys or the compliance team, and you focus on building your business, because that's what you're good at.
Right.
Most people that are in the cannabis space, they're not looking to worry about contracts.
Right.
I am. I love a contract. And so I find that when I can take that off their plate, again, that's that value add, I can help them to streamline everything and make sure we're not getting stuck. And so many things can slip through the cracks. And in law in general, it's very deadline specific.
Right.
And everyone wants to move fast in cannabis too, right? And so a lot of what I also try and do is really identify what truly is a fire and what can wait or what needs to wait. Because sometimes we need to do more diligence or collect more data. So again, I find that just really focusing on the timeline and the different things that we're trying to achieve. And I mean, I'm old fashioned. I have pen and paper. Right. It's also in my calendar as well. But I think I've had many clients share with me that that's so helpful to them, that sort of project management role, so that they can focus on what they need to focus on, and they can trust that I'm on top of it and that I'm not going to drop the ball. Yeah. So, I mean, it's just really, it comes down to just a lot of calendaring. Yes. And I don't mind doing it. And again, I like being able to help clients to prioritize, because there's so many things going on, and some things can wait, but others can't. You know, like a corporate reorganization, it takes time to do. But once you and I come together on that legal and tax strategy, let's not wait a whole nother quarter to execute on that, because then that's going to make you have to redo your work. Yes. And I don't want that to happen.
And that's why communication is important. So
absolutely.
What I've seen is that, sometimes CPAs or attorneys or any service professional in the industry, we can't operate in a vacuum. We need to be, communicating across all departments, sometimes calling, group meetings with the shareholders or owners or operators. And so calling those meetings and coordinating so that the left hand knows what the right hand is doing. I think that's key.
I think it is, I mean, I know we've talked about this 100 times. It is wild to me how many businesses are out there making decisions without both tax strategy and legal strategy. Like,
right.
They go hand in hand. If you're a transactional lawyer, they should.
Yeah.
And I always want to make sure that what I'm thinking of and what I'm proposing from a corporate structure perspective, or either initially starting out or a reorg, jives with what you're doing.
Right.
So I think that collaboration is critical for the success of any business. And even if you can't do it every quarter, make it semi-annual so that all your team members know who one another are and
right.
who to ask for help when they need it. And
yep.
so, yeah, I do try and focus quite a bit on, besides the lawyering, helping to create systems for accountability and all the different professionals that are helping you so that, like you said, the right hand knows what the left hand
yeah.
is doing.
Yeah, so even outside of lawyering, you are coordinating teams.
I love doing that, though.
Yeah.
I really do, because every client is so different, and it's really fun to get to know them and then figure out who the best service provider is going to be for them, that's going to fit with their style and their personality, because, guys, it should be fun still. You gotta
right.
you should love who you're working with. I know it's not always possible, but I love working with you, and your entire team is phenomenal.
Thank you.
And so I find joy in building those teams out, because you get to hopefully put together a team that enjoys working together, and there's so much hustle and so much grind. Hopefully at the end of the day, you can look back and say that you at least spent your day with people you enjoy and respect. So
yeah, awesome. I love that. So any last words before we head on out? I mean, I want to ask, how do we find you?
How do you find me? Yes. So I am on a LinkedIn and Instagram, and my website is www.simslaw.com. And you can email me at kimberly@simslaw.com. I am pretty fastidious about checking and replying to emails, except when I'm at MJBizCon.
Fastidious.
And I'm happy to chat with people and see if I can help them. And if I can't, I'm happy to try and open that Rolodex and get them in the right direction, and just be a resource for the industry as a whole.
Connector.
A connector, yep.
You're
Been here since 2009, 15 plus years. I've seen it all, and I know just about everyone. And if I don't know you, I look forward to getting to know you.
Awesome. Well, there you have it. Rachel Wright here at MJBizCon in Las Vegas, here for Beard Bros Media and Verdant Strategies, 420 CPA.
Thanks so much, Rachel.
Thank you.